So the first thing I want runners and walkers to do, shorten your stride, narrow your base. I didn't say you couldn't pick up your RPMs. I think this is a great time to talk about the simplest exercise in the world, which is walking. And many fitness professionals, even rehab professionals, don't talk enough about it, but it's the one thing you can do without us. And there are some things that we can use to be self-aware. I think with the barefoot running craze, a lot of people didn't lean on the support of the shoes and actually learned through self-limiting situations, oh, if that hurts my feet, it's probably not doing the rest of my body any good. So Ashley, what I want to do is we're going to take this really cool hill that I usually end up walking the dog on at about 8:30 at night, and I'm just going to bring you guys up to speed on about 10,000 trips up this hill. And so we're just going to stand up, and what I want you to do is narrow your base. So I really want you to walk heel toe and just see how far you can lean back and let your shoulders just lean back. Really let your quads do all the work and just lean back. And most people expend way too much energy. They're way too wobbly going down a hill. And so when you go heel toe and really narrow that base, you really sort of let your upper body relax for the first time. So shake it out and don't use that upper body. This is not a situation where you want to engage your core. You want to let your core become engaged by what leg you're on. And now I want to turn around and we're going to go right back up the hill. And what made a lot of sense going down the hill should make sense going up the hill too. So the first thing I want you to do is you're putting each foot right on the same line. But just like you were leaning back going down the hill, we don't lean forward enough. And I think a lot of the information that comes to us from stuff like pose running or some of the softer running modalities, meaning they're not hard on your body, are this, what's my integrity? So I'm letting my legs do all the work and I'm walking up a pretty steep incline. I don't even get winded, but the minute I go wide and start to challenge myself on the hill and turn this into way more than it is, it becomes hard. So the first thing I want runners and walkers to do, shorten your stride, narrow your base. I didn't say you couldn't pick up your RPMs, but the integrity on your body and the way you look on a force plate, to us, is exactly the way you should be when you're walking up this hill or walking down the hill narrow. So you don't breathe as much, you use your body a little bit different. How's that not more efficiency? So to somebody who can handle pretty intense exercise and doing something that simple, what was the first thing that occurred?
I think I felt two things. So on my way down, I felt stable, that wasn't an issue, but on my way down, it wasn't until you told me to relax my upper body because my core was engaged. And then I gave it to my legs, then I let this go, and I could feel the disconnect that I've been finding in my hips and my core. On the way up, it was a little bit harder on my ankles, so I had to hold that stability a little bit differently, but it was a big eye-opener realizing that my core was holding me here.
I'm glad you said both those things because I know you're actively really trying to work on ankle mobility right now. And I wish most people had that endeavor because they're looking all over their body, and as long as your ankles are stiff and you can't move authentically, that's where the problem is sort of going to bottleneck. You're working on that ankle mobility, but it won't hold unless you find the hill and just play with it. And when we were talking, it's ski season, everybody's talking about skiing. You got the skier doing this, and then you just got the skier doing this, and really letting your body lean back and just sort of find a plumb line or a perfect gravitational pull, and just letting your steps do the work. When you get that new mobility in your ankle, coming up that hill is gonna make you use it, and then you won't lose it again.